Right. All right, everybody. I am so excited about our next guest. I was introduced to our next guest via KEMPIRE Radio fam, Cadis and Sean. And then, of course, I saw Claude talking about how incredible his voice was. So I said, who is this guy? Please welcome to KEMPIRE Radio for the first time ever, and hopefully not the last, Luke James.
Oh, yeah.
Luke, what's going on?
Oh, man, nothing much, man. Just got in from working out, man. I'm super tired.
You're getting ready for the whole grind of being a new artist, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm super ready. So ready. You would not believe how ready I am.
Luke, on Twitter, your Twitter name is Who is Luke James. So, what I want to do right now is really introduce KEMPIRE Radio's audience to who you really are. So how did this all begin for you?
Basically, I've been singing forever. I got in a group, a trio called Upscale back in New Orleans, in high school, and we sang for everybody. We did every ball game and everything until we just met different people. And one day we came up on Tyrese. He was on tour with Brian Knight.
Mm-hmm.
We sung for him and his management. We kept in contact until we graduated. When we graduated, we moved to L.A. with his management. His management put us on background with Tyrese.
Okay.
Through Tyrese, we met the Underdogs. Through the Underdogs, me and one of my brothers, we got signed to K Records. Came out with a record. That thing went away. I started writing. That's how I stayed afloat. And through writing, I met Danger. And
the
that's
infamous.
how we're here. That's how we are here right now.
So, have you always wanted to sing? Was this always a part of the plan? You've gone through such a journey to get to where you are right now, but has singing always been a part of your plan?
Oh, singing. Oh, you know what? Entertaining has always been a part of my plan. Making, making some type of noise has always been my plan. As far as I can remember, as far as back as I can remember. So when singing came around, I don't know. As you grow up, you get influenced and you see different things. I always knew that I wanted to make some type of noise in someone's life. I think I remember my first instrument was the saxophone.
Yeah.
I remember the first time when I saw a cousin of mine. At every anniversary in our church, he played, and just the reaction that it's funny. Just the reaction that the women gave him just walking down the aisle playing the saxophone, Amazing Grace or whatever it was, but the swag, how he did it, I just knew that's what I wanted to do. I didn't know if it was saxophone, but I just went with the saxophone because I'm young, so I was young at the time, so I was just being influenced, and I figured, hey, that get the girls going crazy. I want to play sax.
You want to be a part of that?
Yeah. So as I got older, middle school and just trying to figure out this thing, what it is I want to do in life. I was always an entertainer in school, making girls laugh and people laugh, and I always mimicked things I saw on TV that I thought would get people to laugh or just enjoy my company, And singing just happened to be something I picked up on, and I developed it over the years, of course, and that's just really where it broke. Where I really said I wanted to do is when I was watching Apollo, and there was this amateur night, and this dude, I can't think of his name, but he sung a song by Donny Hathaway, A Song for You.
Yeah. And
the way he sung it, and just the way the crowd reacted to him, and Apollo, and when my life is over, remember when we were together. That was just like, I knew right then, I said, that's what I want. That's what I want to do. And that was the start of it, man. That's when I knew singing was definitely where I was trying to head, go in.
And growing up, who were you spoke a little bit about influences. Who were some of your influences, and who influences you today?
Then my mother, she really I didn't get a chance to really listen to like the 90s R&B, like Jodeci. I got up on Jodeci as I got older, and like Silk and all those R. Kelly and all groups and acts like that.
Mm-hmm.
But she was mainly old school and pop, rock, and country. So I was influenced by, you know, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, Randy Travis, Willie Nelson,
wow,
Sinead O'Connor.
Very eclectic mix.
And because Prince was part of pop culture, of course, Prince.
Mm.
As I got older, you know, of course, it's the Maxwells, the D'Angelos, a lot of people, man. I can't even, you know, Tyrese, Tank. I can't, you know, there's so many people today who I'm influenced by. I mean, it's the new cats that are out, like the Kevin Cosmos, you know, let me see, the James Fauntleroys, Frank Oceans, the Miguel's, cats like that. I get influenced. I just got up on this dude named The Weeknd.
Oh yeah,
pretty dope. Yeah, so I'm kind of like, I kind of been listening to that a little bit. You know, for me, you know, what I get influenced by is soul. And when I say soul, I don't mean like R&B blues like that. None of that. I mean, I'm talking about like Coldplay. Coldplay, and you can definitely feel soul within that music. You know, with how he's singing and how the music is composed and everything. So I get influenced by things like that touch me spiritually. You know what I mean?
And you mentioned that you toured with Tyrese. Did Tyrese give you any advice coming? You know, because Tyrese at this point has been in the game for quite some time, and I'm sure it was a really great opportunity to tour with him. Did he give you any advice then, or any advice today? You know, as you emerge as a solo artist.
Of course, one thing I could always remember him saying was, "Take my good and leave my bad." So I definitely learned a lot being on the road with Tyrese, good and the bad. You know, decision making and different things like that, and handling yourself on the road and just in the music game and the entertainment game. Period. Because you know he's not just an artist, a musician. He's also an actor. So it's just, you know, developing your craft, and if God allows you, if God gives you the gift to act, why not try it? You know, different things like that. Just keeping an open mind in the business. That I learned that much, a lot from him. But that's something that stays with me.
Okay, and fast forwarding to, you know, today, and I know you were doing a lot of songwriting, you know, for Britney Spears and a variety of other people. How did it come to this point where you said, you know what, now it's my time to be Luke James the artist?
You know what's crazy? Every day I've said that. Every day I've said, now it's my time. You know, but it's just, you know, you gotta have, it's patient. You know, patience is virtue. So it's just, it basically was a matter. I had to really sit down with myself and figure out, what am I? What do I have to offer besides just a voice? You know, who am I as an artist? If I'm going to do solo, if I'm going to go solo, you know, I don't want to just be, here comes another solo act. You know what I mean? I want to be something. I want to make a difference. I want to shake the world. Every day I've said that, and it was just a matter of time. So I just knew I had to just keep grinding, keep writing songs, keep meeting people, and develop my craft on the low. You know, writing with people. When you write with people, it's difficult because you're trying to be creative for them. At the same time, you know, it's the energy you're using your own energy to give to them. So that kind of helps.
Most definitely.
And you know, it can hinder, but it helps mostly, I think.
And a question I like to ask, you know, artists that are both songwriters, and I always love the responses, because every response is very different. So I want to hear your response to this question. If you had to choose between being a singer versus a songwriter, which one would you choose?
Singer.
Why is that?
Because I feel like I was meant to be heard. my power, my super ability is being heard. I'm heard. I think my message will come across. I think I can make a difference being heard more so than being in behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. And what exactly is the Luke James message? What do you want the world to know about you, and what do you want the world to know in general?
Basically, the Luke James message. I'm an only child, and I come from a different kind of background, just being adopted and just growing up in a single parent household, and not having a lot of friends, and just figuring myself out. I was a single parent household. My mother, so a woman raising a man, it's kind of difficult. It's not impossible, but it is difficult. And I think music definitely helped me get through a lot of tough times. So when I felt like my mother didn't have an answer for me, when I felt like I was alone, or I really didn't know what to do. I feel like music always showed me the right way, and it's got me this far. And I feel like I want to be that to someone else. I want to be the thing that sparks that when someone of course younger is not understanding where they want to go or whatnot, they turn on television, they hear my voice, and all of a sudden they have an epiphany of what it is they want to do. Not necessarily be singing, but it could be something. You know what I mean? And I feel like music definitely helps people become who they are in life.
Wow.
And I want to be that. I want to be the positive influence.
And how does
someone's life?
How does your experience past, present, show up on your album, like in a song?
Well, as far as on the album, I'm basically pulling from experiences as a young adult, just figuring out this thing called love, just figuring out how to do that. Is that really something I want to do? I've been around a lot of people, and you just see different people's lifestyles, and you kind of have to make a choice on what it is you want to do as a man. What kind of man will you be? What kind of man can you tell your kids in the future you were then and what you are now? And so basically in the music, it's kind of that. You kind of hear a guy, I guess you call him in a lost, a figuring out stage.
Okay.
A lost and figuring out stage. Until he winds up in a place where he understands his ultimate meaning in life is to love, to love someone. So the title of the album is Made to Love. So that's basically where the album is going. That's where a lot of my music goes.